today we got to play
Globetrotting.
So this is a game about traveling across the globe to different destinations. And then hopefully you get to actually meet the things that you want to do on your trip. Now,
it's your bucket list.
Yeah, it's your bucket list. But before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell because board games are amazing. And that's what we do here at Legends of Nirvana.
And that was on my bucket list for you to subscribe. So.
Yeah. All right, Randy, can you tell us a little bit more about this game?
Sure can. This is a brand new release. This is came in Kickstarter yesterday.
This is really fresh off the presses.
There's no rating for it yet on Board Game Geek and no rank because it's that new. Has 1 to 4 players in the base game. Now there is a 5 to 6 player expansion, but it's listed right now under Board Game Geek as a 1 to 4 player game because I'm not sure if they plan on going retail with this soon or not. This is the limited edition. There's a retail edition, and we'll go through what the differences are here in a little bit. This is age 14 and up, 30 minutes in length average, which is probably about right. The design is by Jeff Chen and Andrew Nerger. Art is by Nilanjan Malakar. And it's published by Road to Infamy, who's famous for Canvas. It's their big game. This limited edition Kickstarter ran $68 for the 1 to 4 player base. The add-on for the 5 to 6 players was additional $25. And then these plastic stands were $36 for a set of 6.
Okay.
So when you add that all up, it's $129 plus shipping that you could buy that for. Now, the limited edition is available through pre-order from Red 6 Games with the 5 to 6 player expansion for $109.99. So that's not bad compared to what we paid. It was $104, I think. So it's not much markup.
Yeah.
Now, you could also get it from Noble Knight for just the limited edition for $79.95. I saw other places selling either combination, but they were way higher. Those are the 2 cheapest I saw. So, if you're interested in it, or you can wait till the retail. The retail was $53 on the Kickstarter, so I would assume it's probably going to be around $60 when it hits retail.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's talk about the quality of components. First, you have these amazing globes. As well as, again, the bases were extra, but honestly...
Well, the bases that come in the game are cardboard, but they're thick cardboard, and they are dry erase, too, or wet erase. These are all wet erase markers.
Yeah.
But so you could actually mark on the cardboard and erase it. So I honestly don't know if the plastic stands are any better than the cardboard ones that come in it.
They look cool.
They look cool, but they don't stay together. The cardboard ones have some kind of locking mechanism.
Well,
These
it looks like
ones don't.
Well, they do, but you didn't put them in. Woo. All right. They do have a locking mechanism.
They do? Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't get them to lock. Mine fell apart the whole time.
Yeah, so I've gotten mine almost locked in. Okay, so there is a locking mechanism. And worst case scenario, you can glue them together. This is...
well, no, because then you can't put it away.
But this is pretty enough that maybe that's not so bad.
Yeah, because the storage in the box is designed, you have to take the globe back apart, which is kind of a nuisance.
Wait, what?
Yes, you have to disassemble. The globe itself, first of all, you have a cardboard insert you have to put into the thing. There's little plastic pins you push in to hold the cardboard in place. Those were not all cut to right size. Thankfully, they gave 2 extra ones, and I had 2 exactly that did not fit the right cutting. So it took a lot of effort to try to get it in, and there's no instructions on how the pins, it says slide the pins in place. Well, thankfully there was a YouTube video that showed it, but it still was a problem trying to get the pins in.
You have to take this out every time?
You have to take the 2 halves apart to put it into the box. You don't have to take the cardboard out, and you don't have to take the pins out.
Oh, you just have to separate
them. But the cardboard
them.
will probably pop out regardless.
Oh, well, that's
no fun. It's not great. I mean, it's cool looking. It is cool looking, and it's functional. It's definitely going to get attention.
Right.
But if you want to travel with it, it's definitely going to have to come apart.
But again, the globe is super cool. This just looks amazing.
But it will be in the retail. That's the thing. The retail... The stuff you see is all in the retail. The only things that are not are they gave you 6 additional of these goals in the limited edition, and then this little packet of variable player power cards, basically.
And will it look like a suitcase?
It will. This is exactly what both look like. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's no difference between the limited and the retail except for six additional lives in this.
Yeah, the box is magnetic.
Yeah.
I have to open and close it. The artwork, well, that's more theme, but overall, I'm actually...
Well, these cards are linen finish, the big ones. Now, these are all wet erase because you can make notes on your card while you're going in case to make sure you're hitting your destinations and stuff.
Right, and that's something that I actually liked about all of the things. It seemed all of them you can write on them, and like even this card, you know, where you
the passports I love.
The passports, they're all wet erase, so...
And they're all designed after the country's passports. So like the United States one looks just like our passports. I hopefully don't mix this up if we ever go traveling outside the country. That's not going to be a problem. Because these look just like the actual passports.
I have Indonesia here. So overall, I mean, I actually really like the quality of components. I think it's very eye-catching. It does have something definitely in the wow factor. I appreciate all the dry erase that they did. I'm probably going to give this, for quality of components, an 8.5. I think they did excellent. I kind of want to go to 9, but I'm on the fence.
I don't know if this will push you over or not, but the inside insert for this, it has, I should smack you with the box, it's perfectly stores everything inside there. So it's got a late insert for you put the top on, you can put the books on top of it. It's really a nice insert.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 9. I can't help it. I mean, I just think it's the only thing is having to dismantle this would probably be annoying.
Yeah. And I talked you into it, but I'm talking me back to an 8.5 just because of the fact that I had to be the one to assemble these things, and they were a chore. Now, once they're assembled, you, like I said, assuming you keep the cardboard in place when you store it, it's not going to be as big of a chore. It's putting the two together. It took us a little bit to get it right the first time, but it popped in pretty easily after I got used to figuring out how to do it. I'm afraid that cardboard insert's going to pop out regularly because the pins are not great.
Okay. All right. So now let's talk about the theme. The artwork's beautiful.
Yep.
It's very thematic. I mean, you've got your globe, you're traveling, you're marking your different, your route that you're going to go. You have your passports here. The artwork is absolutely fantastic. Theme-wise, I'm probably going to give this a 10. I can't, even the box, everything fit within that theme, and I think they did a fantastic job.
This one knocks it out of the park theme, and they've got some clever little things. All the cities are cities on the Earth, but they made sure they put in there ones that were game related. So
I know
Teotihuacan, Carcassonne,
Island of Skye.
They went out of their way to feature board game locations. As a matter of fact, one of the things they have, each player has these travel things when you're playing 2-player, but they're shared between you when you're playing multiplayer. But one of them had a board game convention on it, which of course I had to take. I think they knocked it out of the park theme-wise. This is a 10.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so now let's move on to the rulebook. Randy, what did you think about the rulebook?
I'll say the rulebook is, first of all, it's got a front cover and back, so that's nice. It's a real short. It's 12 pages long, and that includes the assembly of the globes. There's a little backstory, but it's not much of a story on the goal of the game. The setup for the game is very simple. You get the cards out, tells you exactly how to lay everything out. It's very clear, lots of big pictures and a big font. It's easy to read. The learning to play, it took a couple read-throughs just because I wanted to understand it and be 100% sure we got everything right in the gameplay. We technically, when we played, we held our cards up. Technically, you're supposed to put them on the table so they're visible, but you turn them over as you complete them. But it's not that big of a deal. There's 2 methods of play: the standard mode that we played, and the advanced mode where you draft for cards, and it gives you more cards to go for. So the rules are all very clear. There's a 1-page solo mode where you actually play against Abby, so our niece and our friend's wife, Corey's wife. She's our friend too, but yeah. The rule book is pretty easy to read, and it does an effective job teaching the game, and it's quick to get you to the game. I'm probably going to give this a 9. I think they've done a good job. I just wish they had made it a little clearer how to assemble these things and had some diagramming other than just to say insert the pin.
Yeah. All right. So now let's move on to the actual gameplay. So you will start with 3 starting locations. They will be marked with a clover for spring, a sun for summer, and a leaf for fall. So you're going to take 3 different trips this year because we're made of money in this game. And
well, apparently they're really cheap because they only cost you like $5-6 at the tops.
Anyway, I'm all for doing 3 like legit vacations a year, but that's going to hit the budget. All right, so basically you're going to have those 3 start locations. So then you're going to flip over the cards and you're going to have 3 choices. Now you can choose which starting location that you're going to start at. You can do spring, summer, or fall. And then you can go to any of these locations on any of them. However, if you decide that I'm going on to spring and I'm going to choose the spring card notated by this token, then I will get, if you're playing just 2 players.
Yeah, the tokens are just for 2 players.
You will get an additional victory point. It is a little bit different with multiple players. Like we said, it's more of a
it's kind of like
between 2 cities.
Between 2 cities, you put the thing between you, and if you both happen to pick the same location in the same season, then you go to you get a point for your collaboration. You're traveling together, right? So
and when you choose that card, you're going to see what best fits your thing. So, for example, for spring, I want to go to cities so I can look at sporting events. During the summer, I want to go to Australia and America, or North America, and then I want to see a museum. So I can choose. So I have actually a museum here, Alhambra, Spain, but that is for fall. And you know what? Maybe I'm close, and so therefore I'm going to choose that location to be able to do that in. Now, there is a thing that, okay, so I picked the location. So, for example, one of the destinations that I went from the Great Barrier Reef to Bora Bora. So I'm going to put the Great Barrier Reef right here where this arrow is. I'm going to align Bora Bora, and then I'm going to mark it. Now, if I'm in the 1 to the line of the 2, it costs me 1 money. If I'm on the line or past it, I'll be 2 money. And it will keep going around depending on how far your location is. So I will say that the budgeting does matter a little bit, but more so in more players, because if you have the least amount of budget, you get 2 victory points per person that you beat out. So that's quite significant in the end, but you know, for just 2 players, it was just 2 points. I went crazy.
I kept a very short distance. Of course, one of my cards was having basically within 2 sectors of each other all the locations it visited. So it wasn't long trips. There was a bunch of short trips.
Yeah.
Oddly, I had one where all I cared about was making a figure 4, crossing over my own line. Why? I have no idea, but I was really interested in making a trip where I flew past my own chemtrail or whatever.
Well, maybe, I don't know. And then there are 2 different goals that everyone's after. So for this one, you travel around the world completely with all 3 of your vacations. And then this next one is that you got to visit every continent. But those do change. You have a couple of these that they get cycled through. Overall, it's short. It's fun. It's definitely cute. It's definitely eye-catching. This is definitely a filler game, though. Yeah. And it said age 14. That doesn't make any sense.
I don't think so either. This is definitely something. I think Sarah is probably on the verge. We'll probably have to help her with drawing the lines on the globe. But
that's it.
Yeah, she could figure this out. It's not that. I would say age 10 to 12 at the highest, but I don't even think that. It's probably 10.
Yeah. Now, I will say this would be great for a geography class. Yeah. This really helps, for those that, this would help those younger kids trying to develop a sense of the world.
And map reading.
And map reading as well. And the thing is I'm curious, is eventually, it would be interesting to see if you can change out the inserts and do some things.
Travel to other planets?
Yep, that sounds like fun. Go to Mars. No, but you can maybe have different locations that you can kind of focus on. But overall, I had a lot of fun. It was very cute. I would put this more at a kid's game than I would an adult game.
I don't think so. I mean,
well, teenager game maybe.
Same as Canvas. I don't think it's any different than Canvas. I mean, it's the same company. It's the same realm. I think
Canvas is just pretty to look at. I like making art.
That's what this is. It's pretty to look at. I mean, it's a fun little game. I don't think it's it's not something that's going to be like a heavy. I mean, obviously it's a very light game, and that's what Road to Infamy's known for.
Yeah, but they do it well. So there you go. Score. Let's talk about it. What are you thinking for the final score? For gameplay.
I'm probably going to give it a 7.5. I think it does a good job of for being as long as it is. The only thing is getting the globes out, putting them together. You're probably not going to want to just play it one time, because it's it would be a chore to do that and then put them away. Everything else is easy to set up, assembly of the globes and everything.
Well, but they're pretty enough where you might be able to keep them out if you like this game enough.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know where you're going to put 6 of these big globes. I mean, these are pretty good. They're bigger
honestly,
than my hand.
I'll be honest, I see it in my classroom.
I think this would be great in a geography class.
I absolutely do think so. And then based on your trip, you can do some research or whatever, but. No, I definitely, I wish these games would have been available, because I know they would, when I was growing up, they would make up games, and some of those games were so awful. But to think that there's now options now for people to actually play that, it's learning. And I think this would be great for, if you're a teacher, hey, definitely check this out. Score-wise, I think I agree with you, 7.5. I think it's really well done for what it is. But it is a light game. It is a filler game. But I would play this with Sissy. If Sissy asked to do it, I would be like, okay, let's do it. So, that's my final score. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We had an absolute blast, and hopefully you'll come hang out with us again. We'll catch you guys later. Bye.